Welcome to the Astrolex Deep Dive, illuminating your path. I'm Lunaria, your intuitive guide.
And I'm Solarian, your cosmic strategist. We bridge celestial wisdom with earthly rhythms.
Unlock your modern path through ancestral stars. Discover guiding starlight insights for caregivers drowning in devotion to a child who burns like lightning.
Tonight, we explore Uranus blazing in the 11th house, where rebellion meets revolution. Tell us, Star Weavers, when does your need for stability become a cage for your child's cosmic purpose? And how do the constellations hold the key to freeing their future?
So this deep dive, it's really for you, the caregiver, if you find yourself raising a child who just seems, well, destined to break molds, challenge norms, maybe even push your own boundaries quite a bit.
Yeah.
And we're talking specifically about children with a really particular astrological placement, Uranus in their 11th house.
Exactly. And our mission today is to give you some insights, some tools, really, for nurturing this revolutionary nature they have.
Right. And how to navigate the challenges that come with that, because there will be challenges.
Oh, definitely. And ultimately, how to empower them to fulfill what we like to call their cosmic purpose.
Yeah, because this isn't just about understanding a child who's maybe a bit unconventional.
No, not at all. We're really trying to illuminate the path for these kids who are genuinely destined to be, well, cosmic rebels, revolutionaries even. We're going to explore what this astrological signature means, but maybe more importantly, why it matters for their future. And for yours too, actually.
And how your role as a caregiver is just so vital in supporting that potential rather than, maybe accidentally stifling it.
Precisely. You want to support it, not shut it down.
So let's maybe unpack this using a mythic lens first. I always find that helpful.
Great idea.
Imagine your child carrying this kind of Uranian lightning inside them. A bit like Prometheus, stealing fire from the gods to give power to humanity.
I like that analogy, that fire of change.
Exactly. These kids are often here to challenge, sometimes even shatter, the old systems to bring in something new. And if you think about the myth of Uranus, or Uranus, the sky god, he was eventually overthrown, wasn't he, by his own son for clinging too tightly to an outdated order.
Right. Resisting change.
And that story, it kind of mirrors your parenting journey here, doesn't it? It's about nurturing a visionary, even when their vision means challenging your comfort zone to birth something brighter.
It's fascinating, too, how these themes echo across different cultures. It's not just a Greek thing.
Oh, really? Tell me more.
Well, if you look at Vedic traditions, you find the archetype of Rudra, often seen as a storm god.
Okay.
But Rudra's role isn't just about destruction. It's about dismantling illusion, what they call Maya, to get to the truth.
Clearing the way.
Exactly. Or even Norse mythology. You have Heimdallr, who foresees revolutions, like Ragnarok. It raises this question, how do these ancient stories reflect the modern challenges and, honestly, the triumphs of parenting a child like this?
It shows it's a timeless energy, right? This revolutionary spirit. It's not just a phase or a quirk.
It's a powerful force for change, embedded deep.
So, okay, that really grounds it.
Yeah.
How does this translate astrologically for you, the listener, and your child? Let's get into the mechanics of Uranus in the 11th house.
Let's do it.
The 11th house, traditionally that's the house of friendships, groups, our bigger societal visions, right?
Hopes, dreams, the collective future, where we connect with our community.
And then you put Uranus there, the planet of sudden change, innovation, rebellion.
Boom. Yeah.
It signifies this genius for innovation, but often through collective action, social change.
Exactly. These kids aren't just rebels without a cause. They're innovators who can really inspire groups, galvanize people to see a different future and actually work towards it.
So they're networkers in a way, visionaries for the greater.
In a very Uranian way, yes. And often you'll see other things in their chart playing into this. For example, maybe your child has Uranus making a square aspect to Saturn.
Okay, square means tension, challenge.
Right. Big tension between their deep need for freedom and change, that's Uranus, and the structures, rules, authority figures around them, that's Saturn.
So school rules, parental rules?
Exactly. Stephen Forrest calls it the rebel versus authority dynamic. It's often a source of friction. Finding a balance there is key.
That makes sense. What about other aspects?
Another common one is Uranus conjunct the moon. Conjunct means they're blended, working together very closely.
Okay. And the moon is emotions, needs.
Right. So this can sometimes look like emotional detachment. Not that they don't feel things deeply, because they often do, but how they express or process emotion might be, well, different, unconventional.
So they need compassion, not judgment, for how they feel or show it.
Absolutely. Compassionate framing is crucial, so they feel understood, even if their way of being is unusual.
That's a really important point. And speaking of unique ways of perceiving things, this brings us to that idea of the quantum lens, doesn't it?
Oh, yes, this is really fascinating stuff. It's a concept I think about a lot with this placement.
Tell us about it.
With Uranus in the 11th, it's like your child isn't just reacting to what's immediately around them. They seem to operate almost like quantum entanglement. Like they're invisibly linked to these bigger global shifts. They just sense collective awakenings intuitively, like those entangled particles influencing each other instantly, no matter the distance.
Wow. So when they suddenly become passionate about something seemingly out of the blue.
Exactly. Like demanding to be vegan at age 6 or fiercely protesting some school rule that seems minor to everyone else.
You think, where did that come from?
Right. But often, they're not just being difficult. They might actually be channeling a collective shift, picking up on these subtle energies in the wider world and responding way ahead of the curve.
That completely reframes those moments, doesn't it? It's not defiance, it's sensitivity or foresight.
It can be, yes, a kind of intuitive resonance with the collective.
Okay, so this powerful Uranian energy, it's not just a Western astrology thing you were saying.
No, definitely not. While the Western or tropical view really highlights the disruption of social norms, think LGBTQ plus advocacy, pushing for radical change. If you look through a stereo or Vedic lens, this placement often connects to the Shatabhisha nakshatra.
Shatabhisha, what's that about?
It's often called the veiled healer, or associated with 100 healers or stars. It carries this energy of healing, but often through unconventional means, through hidden wisdom.
Interesting.
Yeah, and as a Moon by astrologer Karan Shastra puts it, and I love this quote, these children dissolve karma through radical inclusivity.
Wow. Radical inclusivity. So it's not just rebellion, it's healing through bringing things together.
Precisely. Healing by accepting difference, pushing for a more unified, forward-thinking collective. But that radical spirit can be intense, right?
Sure. So how do you balance it?
Well, different cultures offer remedies. Taoist traditions, for instance, might suggest balancing that erratic Uranian energy with wood element walks, basically forest bathing.
Ah, grounding in nature.
Exactly. The natural world can be incredibly calming for their often overstimulated nervous systems. It helps harmonize that electrical intensity.
Okay, so understanding these energies is one thing. How does this actually show up, like in daily life? What are the somatic cues, the developmental things you might actually see?
Right, let's get practical. So magically, you might literally feel it, that Uranian voltage. Sometimes caregivers report feeling a kind of buzzing in their own palms when their child is intensely debating something with them.
Really? Like a physical energy transfer?
Almost, yeah. It's a cue to the powerful electrical energy they carry, and supporting that energy. Well, chakra work can be useful, particularly activating the third eye, the Ajna chakra.
For foresight, intuition.
Yes, helping them channel that powerful foresight constructively.
Yeah.
And if they get really overstimulated, which can happen.
I bet.
The simple thing is to place an amethyst crystal on their forehead. It's known for calming and focusing that kind of intense mental energy.
Okay, good tip. And developmentally, as they grow up.
You'll likely see these Uranian themes emerge at different stages. Maybe around ages 5 to 7, they start rejecting gendered toys or roles really clearly.
Pushing back against those boxes early on.
Exactly. Asserting their unique identity. Then, maybe around 13 to 15, they dive into the online world, forming activist groups, finding their tribe there.
Connecting with like-minded rebels globally.
Right. And then by 21 or so, you might see them launching into really independent, maybe unconventional lifestyles. Tech-nomad stuff, living off-grid, really pushing against traditional structures.
Embodying that future-forward spirit.
Totally.
Okay, so knowing all this, we've got some tools for you, the caregiver, right? To help engage with this unique energy.
We do. First, maybe something for your own reflection, a journal prompt.
I like journal prompts.
Try this. Where did I suppress my own Uranian rebellion? How can I protect my child's freedom now?
Ooh, that's powerful. Looking at your own stuff first.
It can unlock a lot of understanding and empathy. Then we also have something more active, an Aquarius full moon group ritual blueprint.
Aquarius full moon, very fitting for the 11th house in Uranus.
Exactly. It taps into that collective energy.
Yeah.
The idea is to help them connect with their tribe. So, first step, gather their people, friends, online community, whoever feels like their crew.
Okay.
Then encourage them to build something together, like a model of a future society. Maybe using recycled tech parts to symbolize innovation.
Cool. Hands-on, creative.
Yeah. And then as a symbolic act, maybe collectively bury something that represents the old, outdated systems they want to change, like a broken clock, symbolizing breaking free from old patriarchal time constraints.
I love that, making it tangible.
Can be really empowering for them, gives form to those revolutionary impulses.
And there was a breath exercise, too.
Yes, simple but effective. We call it the lightning breath. Good for both you and your child to channel that intense voltage.
That doesn't work.
Okay, so you would inhale really deeply, reach your arms straight up like you're gathering static electricity from the cosmos.
Okay, storing it up.
Then on the exhale, you forcefully shake out your hands down towards the earth, like you're releasing that revolutionary energy, shaking it out.
Ah, discharge and refocus. I can see how that would help.
It's great for just shifting intense energy quickly.
Let's make this even more real with a case study. A common conflict, maybe.
Good idea. Okay, picture this. You have a Sagittarius dad, maybe strong Jupiter in the 9th house in his chart. Values, higher education, structure, established wisdom.
Right, the traditional path.
Exactly. And he's dealing with his teenager, who has Uranus in the 11th. And this teen is passionately demanding to drop out of school to join full-time climate protests.
Oof. Yeah, I can see the clash. It's not just generational. It's like fundamental worldview stuff clashing.
Totally. Deep astrological energies colliding. But astrology can offer some practical ways through.
Okay, like what?
At first, timing can be everything. Ideally, you wait for a time when Mercury, the communication planet, is making a harmonious trine aspect to the child's Uranus. Because a trine supports flowing energy. It fosters rational innovation, constructive dialogue, rather than just emotional blow-ups. The conversation is more likely to be productive.
Gotcha. Timing the talk. What else?
As a tool, instead of just saying no way to dropping out, maybe co-create a changemaker gap year plan together.
Validation plus structure.
Exactly. Acknowledge their passion, but give it some shape, some direction. And maybe support them with tools like crystals or herbs.
Like what?
Lapis lazuli is great for speaking truth clearly, helping them articulate their vision. Hematite is excellent for grounding, keeping those radical ideas from just spitting out.
Keeping their feet on the ground while their head's in the future.
Pretty much. And to just cool down that intense electrical tension that often flares up, simple lemon balm tea. It's very calming for the nervous system.
Simple, practical. I like it. So thinking bigger picture, what does this all mean for their future? And for the parenting path, you mentioned different paths.
Yeah, we often see 3 main trajectories, depending on how this energy is navigated. There's the optimized path.
Sounds good.
This is where you actively support their unique projects, like maybe they start a hacktivist collective or something.
Okay.
In this scenario, they might actually go on to design, say, AI tools for democracy in the 2030s, really using their gifts for societal change.
Wow. Okay. What's the alternative?
Well, there's the challenge path. This happens if you consistently criticize their chaos, try to force them into conventional boxes.
Which creates friction.
A lot of friction. This could potentially lead to them running away, maybe finding an eco-commune or something similar, especially during tense planetary transits, like when Pluto squares their Uranus, which is a big one coming up around 2029. Major transformation and tension there.
Right. So that's a path to avoid if possible. What's the third one?
The healing path. This involves you, the caregiver, doing your own work, addressing your own Saturnian fears, maybe your need for control, or your attachment to tradition.
Through therapy, self-reflection.
Exactly. And the beautiful thing here is that this healing can lead to amazing collaboration. Maybe you even end up co-founded a radical unschooling pod together, finding a new way forward, side by side.
That sounds like a really positive outcome.
It can be. And a quick heads up, a major transit alert. 2026 to 2043, Pluto, the planet of deep transformation, death, and rebirth, will be moving through Aquarius.
Aquarius, the sign Uranus rules, linked to the 11th house.
Exactly. This generation, their generation, is basically tasked with rewriting human rights, revolutionizing collective consciousness. They'll be on the front lines, maybe install those VPNs early. Digital freedom will be a big theme.
Good practical tip. To make this even more relatable, you had an analogy.
Yeah, think of your child like a young Neo in the Matrix.
Okay.
They're born kind of able to see through the illusion, to perceive the underlying code of oppressive systems, and they have this innate drive to hack it, to change the reality.
Born to challenge the system. And you mentioned Greta Thunberg.
Yes, she's a powerful modern example. Her chart features 11th house Uranus. And from this astrological viewpoint, her autism isn't a deficit. It's potentially an evolutionary superpower.
How so?
It perhaps allows her to perceive global issues with this incredible, unfiltered clarity and directness. That focus drives radical change. It shows how their unique neurology can actually be part of their cosmic toolkit.
That's a really important reframing, and it's also crucial to acknowledge different parenting experiences, right? How a caregiver responds can vary.
Absolutely. The dynamic isn't the same for everyone. For instance, non-binary parents might, just might, find it inherently easier to handle the emotional detachment sometimes seen with Uranus, compared to maybe a very Saturn-ruled father who naturally gravitates towards structure and tradition.
Makes sense. Different energies respond differently.
Right. Or think about a Cancer moon mother. Her innate lunar empathy, that nurturing instinct. She might be incredibly skilled at soothing her child's social justice rage, offering comfort while still validating their passion.
So your own chart, your own makeup, really matters in how you parent this energy.
Definitely. It highlights why individualized approaches are so important. It's not one size fits all.
And for these deep dives, we really draw on a wealth of wisdom, don't we, to bring these insights together.
We really do.
Yeah.
Our understanding is built on foundational astrological texts that explore things like 11th house karmic groups, Vedic nakshatras and their remedies, insights from Jungian analysts looking at how these Uranus children can trigger ancestral liberation, breaking old family patterns, and classic texts on the meaning of the houses.
Plus contemporary voices, too.
Oh, yes, and perspectives from astrologers around the globe bringing in different cultural viewpoints. We consult with Vedic specialists, Taoist masters, really trying to connect ancient wisdom to your practical reality today.
It creates a richer picture.
We hope so.
Okay. As our journey through the 11th house concludes, dive deeper into your unique path. Request your Uranian parenting audio reading via email now.
Find a link glowing in the description below. For ritual blueprints like our Aquarius Full Moon Circle and Rebel Child Affirmation Guides, explore all resources waiting there.
Remember, nurturing a revolutionary isn't selfish. It's seeding galaxies.
Ignite. Unshackle. Ascend.
Subscribe for Starlight Insights. Thank you for journeying with us through the frontiers of the future.